Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I'm going to do another breakfast chat for you guys. Today we're going to discuss something a little bit different. We're going to talk about Julius Maddox's bench press record. Now, I need to put a disclaimer on this, and this happens every time I bring up one of these topics because, a lot of people say, Jason, this is a strength channel, you care about strength sports. Why don't you ever discuss some of these top strongmen or more often, or the top powerlifters in the super heavyweight classes? And that's because this is also a fitness channel. And every time I bring this up, someone invariably says, Jason, you trash on professional bodybuilding for its extreme unhealthy lifestyle, so how can you mention some of these guys? And I need to get that disclaimer in there. What guys who are winning bench press world records at this level, or guys who are winning the world's strongest man, they're not healthy. It's not a healthy lifestyle. I'm not endorsing their lifestyle. However, I will say it is still not as bad as professional bodybuilding. And I think Scooby, oldest fitness YouTuber out there, called it correctly when he said professional bodybuilding is a contest to see who can do the most drugs without dying. That is all it is. That's all it is. And we shouldn't be promoting that lifestyle. And I'm not telling anyone that they should bulk up to, 350 or 400 pounds because of Julius Maddox. That isn't healthy. It doesn't make it any less impressive, though. Okay, it doesn't make it any less impressive because, let's be honest, if you've followed any of the bench pressing that's out there, a lot of times these records have been beat by 5 or 6 pounds. Once they got to 700, once raw bench pressing started getting to 700, and we're talking about raw. I know people are going to say, but guys have benched over 1,000 pounds in church, but that's equipped. Okay, this is raw. This is just using your chest and triceps and delts and everything to press the weight. So there have been a lot of smaller jumps. Well, Julius jumped in and beat the last record by, 31 pounds? He didn't beat it by 5 pounds. Didn't beat it by 10 pounds. He beat it by 31 pounds. It was 739 and he went to 770. All right? That's a crazy jump because this is something that guys have been trading back and forth. There have been like 5 or 6 different records in the 700s before that. And he just jumps in and beats it by 31 pounds. All right, now he comes in and beats his own record by 13 pounds. And why is that a big deal? Because there have been guys who have been beating each other by 5 pounds and 4 pounds and things like that on this lift for years. The man walks in, beats it by 31, and then comes in and does what? Beats his own record in a relatively short span of time by another 13 pounds. All right, that's crazy. That's freakish. And the most freaky thing about the whole thing, and if you look at the way Julius benches, we can talk a lot about, powerlifting is just leverages. No, that's not true. Leverages matter. He doesn't have the leverages. What do we mean by good levers? Okay, a person with really short arms and a thick chest can bench really wide and arch and get an amazing bench press. That's what we mean by leverages. Leverages is code for short limbs, right? If you have shorter legs, your squat's going to be better. If you have shorter arms, your bench is going to be better. That's what we mean by leverages. He's not a short guy, he doesn't have short arms. All right? He doesn't have that enormous leverage advantage. He's just damn strong. Same thing with the grip width. He's not all the way at the edge of legal width. So he's not one of these guys who's coming in and goes, let me just get my index finger on the rings. The guy, most of his hand, if you look closely, the way he usually grips that bar, most of his hand is inside of the rings. Now, keeping in mind, because of his size, for most of us, that would be equal to, say, a medium grip bench press. For a lot of us, if you look at the width of him versus that would be like gripping the bar with your finger just a couple inches away from the center snooze. It's basically a medium grip bench. Some people would call that a close grip. I don't. It's basically for his size, a medium grip bench. Okay, he could cut the range of motion by going out wider. Now, I would venture to say that with the sort of weight he's using, that might be held on his shoulders, so I wouldn't recommend it. He's doing just fine. So I'm not saying it as advice. I'm saying it as he's not even taking advantage of that to cut the range of motion. He arches. He doesn't have a massive arch. Okay, he sets up a moderate arch. He's not gripping ultra wide. Doesn't have short arms. Yet the guy is coming in and beating everybody without the leverage or technique advantages that some people manipulate inside of the rules. Okay? He is just that strong. That is just an incredible, ridiculously incredible display of strength. Because he's not even taking advantage of those different leverage things people use who are way weaker than him still. Okay? That is, to me, that is the most impressive part about what he's doing. Is not just the fact that the guy is breaking these records by pretty large amounts. It's the fact that he's doing it without pushing the rules to the limit. Right? He's not taking advantage of everything that a lot of people do within the context of the rules. He's just coming in and just giving a display of inhuman brute strength. That's the most impressive part about the whole thing, at least to me as a lifter. That's impressive. And it also lets me know that nobody's beating this guy. Nobody's going to beat this guy for a real long time. It's not going to happen. He's going to break his own records. He is going to be the first meet legal raw 800 bench. There is zero doubt in my mind that it is going to happen. Barring some catastrophic injury, he's going to have an 800-pound bench. And to be quite frank, it wouldn't surprise me that once he gets to an 800-pound bench, that the guy comes in and beats his own record and goes past 800. Again, watching what he's done so far and the way he's gone about it, like it wouldn't even shock me if he gets to 800 and then breaks his own 800-pound record with an 805 or an 810 or 815 or something crazy, right? Something none of us thought we would see. Because keeping in mind, we watched for over a decade of it going like, through the seven, like three different guys, I think, hit in the 720s, broke each other's records over a span of years. Then we get up into the 730s, and then he just blows it out of the water. He is going to be the reigning champion on the bench press, I think, for a very, very long time. Okay? I just don't see that changing. And you have to give credit for that. You have to give credit for that because it's just insane. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.